This broadcast of the National Rock Racing Association is brought to you by Raceline Wheels, Mickey Thompson, AMSOIL, and SCS Gearboxes.
All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the fifth race of the National Rock Racing Association. This weekend is presented by Raceline here in West Virginia, and we are so excited to kick off our rock bouncing action. I am Matthew Holt. With me is Bree Moeller, as always. Bree, what are you thinking so far today?
Man, we've already seen some awesome racing action yesterday here at the Good Evening Ranch. And I think we're going to be seeing more of the same today, Matt. It's going to be epic. We've definitely made some memories here at Good Evening Ranch over the last couple of years of racing. Today it's going to be more of the same. Yeah,
again, we say memories. We did not clarify whether those are good memories or bad memories, but we do have memories we've made here. So, again, you can see it's kind of that rock gauntlet we raced through yesterday. We had some super gnarly carnage yesterday. We saw a handful of side-by-sides that had tires hanging off of them, A-arms, broken stuff. Again, Bert Savvy had the fastest time on Course 1. Unfortunately,
that was awesome.
Unfortunately, not able to get a finish out of Course 2, but I think we're going to see some fast times today, and it's anybody's game.
Well, and of course, the big thing today is going to be the Yukon Do It Hill, Matt. Or last year it was really Yukon Try and Do It.
Yukon
that was
Try
Nick's Hill last year. We're going to see how things shake out today. On your screen now is the course map for Bouncer and Bounty number 1. So these are the maps that our drivers receive a few days before each race. So they've got a chance to study these maps, and then they can come out here. They can pre-run, they can walk the course, and they can get that pick out those lines that they want to have in their head. So this is what we're going to be running for Course 1 today.
Yeah, again, you can see those nice, long straightaways. We talked about yesterday. As a rock bouncer, you don't typically get a lot of opportunities where we get to kind of just lay on the gas and have those big, long straightaways. So it is a lot of fun, especially that you're coming out of such a gnarly rock, area, rock garden we were talking about yesterday. So I think that is a lot of fun. And then, like I said, as you touched, that you can try it hill, So I think that's going to be, again, that's going to be, I think, kind of the separator today. Once we see a few buggies, I think, go through smooth, I think everybody will kind of follow suit at that point. But it really is everybody's game.
And we're going to be kicking off with our UTV Bounty class as usual before we go into the bouncers, limited bouncers, and then we'll have our UTV teen and youth classes today. So full day of racing, and then as always, we're going to run it back and do Course 2 for everybody. So thanks for joining us here on Hillside Live, both to our online audience joining us on Rock Racing TV's YouTube channel and to our television audience joining us from Power Sports World. Hope you guys are able to settle in and enjoy today's racing action with us. As always, though, if you do have to miss some of it, you can go back and check it out on that Rock Racing TV YouTube channel. Lots of good content on there. Matt, I think we've got somebody on the line. We are just about ready to be sending our first driver here.
And it looks like we're making sure we got our course all clear, get everybody, our markers all put back up. I know some guys come down and do a little pre-running. I see Nick down here, little Tim Bacon down here, a handful of guys down here pre-running last night, kind of feeling the course out, kind of doing a little shock tuning, I don't think anybody hit the big Yukon Do It Hill last night, but I think we saw a lot of
you got to save that. Save it for today.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of like superstition. Guys don't like to pre-run typically because they're scared of breaking something because we do hit such big rocks. We hit gnarly ledges, stuff at high speeds, and it may have a hairline crack in there, and that last big bump is when it lets go. So a lot of guys don't necessarily enjoy pre-running because they're worried about breaking stuff, myself included. But it is kind of nice to see guys kind of get down there and kind of get a speed, kind of figure out, okay, how fast can I hit this? How does the buggy handle? The rock section we've raced here.
See where the surprises are.
Yeah,
on the course too.
Unfortunately, and like I said, speaking of surprises, you've seen that rock section before. I don't think we'll see anything too crazy out of that, but the Yukon Do It Hill, I think, may give us some entertaining some results today. We'll see how that shakes out.
It's either going to be on the highlight reel or it's going to be on the dang it reel.
Yes.
One way or the other.
And one of those you definitely don't want to be on. So definitely a good time. We appreciate everybody tuning in with us. Like I said, we're out in West Virginia. Beautiful weather yesterday. Hopefully we'll hear that through. Nice cool breeze, perfect sunlight. Again, you'll see as the bouncers going through the section right behind us. Crowd's packed in there. Nice, lots of trees for shade. We got some food vendors over there serving up some tasty treats as well. So definitely a great scene set here for some racing action.
So, Matt, you are going to be racing later today also. So you've been out there checking it out. Did you study your course maps?
Yeah, well, that is something this year we're doing. And again, talking to Cooper Bentley last night, we're doing this teardrop that we've done with right-hand turns ever since we started racing here. And this year we're making a left-hand turn. And he was talking yesterday during the UTVs they did as well. And he's like, I was so nervous. I was just deciding which way to go. And he said, I didn't know what to do. I think that will kind of throw guys off a little bit because we've always made that, right-hand turn. And on course 2, we're doing the exact opposite. It's going to feel very weird, I think.
Make sure you're paying attention.
It is. So I think you'll see a few guys kind of come out, stutter step there. And again, we'll see how that shakes out.
All right, and we are ready to head to the line, and just like Matt said, we're going to see how it all shakes out today. We are kicking off with Course 1 of the UTV Bounty class, and Jesse Riley is going to be starting things off for us.
Again, you can see Justin Hoback up there.
Oh.
Shout out to Justin Hoback. Him and his wife introduced their new baby last week.
Just a couple days ago.
Yeah,
a new member of the race family. I'm sure we'll be seeing him out here before too long.
Yeah. He made the trek this morning, I think. They pulled in. You can see that wonderful rock garden. They're kind of thrashing through there. Picking up your lines. There's a couple different line choices I think we'll see some bouncers take later on, which we'll be talking a little bit about that later today. Again, starting that long teardrop.
Starting with the right-hand turn.
Yeah,
on
racing
course
through
1
that
here.
Mickey Thompson Meadow out there.
So Jesse raced with us yesterday in the Cup class and was not able to finish course 1. He had some major overheating issues going on. It looks like he got things sorted out. Glad to see him back out here in the Bounty class today.
Yeah, he was saying he's like, no matter what, I want to hit that hill. I want to hit the hill. So I think he's pretty stoked to be out here
We
right
want
now.
to see you hit the hill, Jesse. First, you got to get through the rock garden. All right, he's through those SES stones, making his way back.
Again, similar lines to what we saw yesterday in the UTV class. Again, coming through this second kind of woods area. There are some big boulders in there you definitely want to stand clear of.
Oh. Speaking of those boulders, Matt, we saw them do some major damage yesterday to a handful of our UTVs.
Well, there we go. Again,
Okay.
they actually reworked these hills after last year. We had a lot of carnage, so they came back and reworked them a little bit.
Yeah, last year was rough
Yeah.
for our bounty and bouncer classes for sure. So far, so
There we
good for
go.
Jesse Riley. I might have spoken too soon, Matt.
Yeah. He only has like 100 foot of straightaway to finish this course, but
Well, don't worry. We got Cody Kaysen over there checking things out.
yeah. Man, I know that he was having some issues yesterday. I'm not sure if it.
Yeah, I think he said his temperature got up to like 298 or something
Wow.
yesterday.
There we go. Man, that stinks. That's so heartbreaking. Literally, all he has to do is go straight on pretty much flat ground for about 100 feet.
And it's almost where he ended up yesterday.
Yeah, man. Dang it.
Made it through the hard part.
Yeah.
Well, if you're just joining us, welcome to Hillside Live. We are on our first driver of the day. This is Jesse Riley on our UTV Bounty Course 1. We haven't quite figured out what's going on with him yet. We have
there
movement.
We go. And it sounds fine when it's running, so I'm not sure exactly what the deal was there. There we go.
This buggy must not like the West Virginia air. Something.
It made some really weird sounds as it was coasting to a stop. Nathaniel Bell coming out that race line starting gate. Again, this is the Bounty class. So these guys are racing the exact same course as the Unlimited Rock Bouncers. Look at Nathaniel just getting it. Nathaniel down there making quick work of that Mickey Thompson meadow. Again, this long straightaway is a lot of fun. We were down there, my dad's side-by-side this morning playing in it. It was a really good time. Again, you can see how big some of those rocks are compared to the side-by-sides that are racing on there. Okay, you saw how he kind of chose to cut out of that rock section early. That is one of the possible lines.
Well, Nathaniel is coming into the weekend first in points.
Wow.
At this halfway through the season right now in Bounty class, he's got a 66-point lead over Casey Howell, who's in second right now. Coming off a win from our last race at Hot Springs. So he's definitely built up some momentum this season.
Looks like they're having a pretty easy time climbing that hill that they came in and demoed. Getting big drop off there. Ooh. Kind of tagging that big rock at the bottom. All right, see what his time's going to be. That's a 1:01.838 for Nathaniel Bell.
All right, and I want to go back and give you guys Jesse Riley's time as well. That was a 2:94.578. Jesse Riley is a 2:94. Nathaniel Bell's a 1:01.
Looks like we got Martin Stewart sitting in that race line starting gate.
And I always laugh a little bit about the bounty class because it increases exponentially come Saturday morning. We had like 2 people signed up for bounty.
Yeah.
Everybody's waiting to see how Friday goes and if their vehicle is still in one piece before they sign up for bounty. Then all of a sudden the class fills out nicely on Saturday morning.
We always make the joke, we'll have 12 bounty racers, 8 are late entries.
Yeah.
Again, we know this is a long trek for a lot of our drivers, especially those coming from the western part of Kentucky and Tennessee, Alabama, Arkansas. Don Curtis coming, those guys are in Kansas. That'd be a long, long drive for those guys. He has a stunt driver this weekend.
Martin raced in the Cup class yesterday and had a 5th place finish. Not too shabby. He is sitting 4th in points overall for UTV Bounty coming into this weekend and coming off a 3rd place finish at our last race at Hot Springs.
There we go. Yeah, it looks like guys are kind of favoring that far right side a little bit more. Again, that also could be just because of the UTV. Again, tire diameter does play kind of a big role. Ooh!
Dropping in.
That's a 1:06.832 for Martin Stewart.
We got Josh Krupinski on the line next. He is running for Casey Howell's points today. Casey is 2nd overall coming into this weekend, and he's got 66 points between him and first place Nathaniel, so definitely doesn't want to have to sacrifice any of those points. So Josh out here doing a little stunt double driving for him.
Josh raced with us yesterday. Again, no stranger to UTV. He's been racing UTVs with us for quite a while.
Yeah, Josh finished 3rd yesterday in the Cup class.
Although something does not look right here. He took off out of the woods, hit a bump, and looks like it coasted to a stop. I'm not sure if he...
All right, here he goes.
There we go.
Seems like maybe he's jumping out of gear whenever he's making any hard landings. I don't know.
Or even just getting on the getting on the gas there.
He's trying to make his way through that Mickey Thompson Meadow right now, but he keeps stopping.
He went through the rock garden fine, so I'm not sure what's going on there. All right. And a lot of times, you know, racing off-road and against such incredibly difficult courses, a lot of times is just trying to keep the car moving, going in the right direction is a battle in itself. Again, we saw a handful of...
Especially when there's, like, refrigerator-sized boulders. in your way.
We saw a handful of drivers yesterday in the UTV class just have all kinds of weird issues. So we saw some front end delete kits. We saw some back axle delete kits.
Yeah, those were rough.
Yeah.
A lot of independent parts yesterday. Newly independent. Come on, Josh.
Almost there.
So close.
Yeah. Oh, man.
$179.216 for Josh Krupinski running for Casey Howell.
All right, looks like we got Austin Tidwell pulling into that race line starting gate. Again, you can see Justin out there. Shout out to him and his family. They just had the baby. And he went ahead and loaded all the rigs up, brought Collier. Collier will be racing our youth class.
Yeah.
And then he brought another rig, Justin Will's daughter. Gatlin will be racing our teen class for Clara Holbach's points.
Yeah.
So all kinds of stunt drivers this weekend.
All right, Alston third in points right now, coming into the weekend. Just 1 point ahead of Martin Stewart. Time to beat right now is that 101 from Nathaniel Bell. Then we've got Martin with the 106, Josh with the 179, and Jesse with the 294. You guys are watching Course 1 of the UTV Bounty class here on Hillside Live. Remember, these guys are running the exact same course that you're going to see our bouncers on.
And there is an optional line they can take for that right side. It looks like he's going to dip out right there. It's a line we kind of added this year. I don't know if it's faster, but we've seen some guys take it. We've seen some guys not take it. So I'm kind of curious to see the time difference.
They seem to be pretty comparable just from watching on the screen.
Yeah. We were kind of talking to Timmy and Bubba last night. We were walking the course. I said, we watched side by sides kind of go, but every other guy took a different path. So I never really saw a big, clear advantage one way or the other.
Alston making his way down the Mickey Thompson Mountain now. Dropping over that Edelbrock edge. Oh, no!
Whoa. Wow. Getting a little squirrely there.
That was a little sketchy.
Going to have to do a little three-point turnaround here.
I think Alston's just glad that he's on all four tires still.
Some of these, you're just kind of going where the rocks put you.
Yeah, sometimes you pick the line, and sometimes the line picks you, Matt.
It's so true. Sometimes the line picks you. That's a 154.266 for Mr. Austin Tidwell. Again, that wraps up our UTV Bounty series. And again, shout out to all our guys who race Bounty. We always have a good shout out to those guys because they have a lot of courage coming out and racing the same course the bouncers do. But how do we shake out today?
All right, so Nathaniel had the fastest time with that 101, followed by Martin Stewart with a 106, Alston with a 154, Josh with a 179, and Jesse Riley with that 294. Those are your top 5. Those are your only 5 for Course 1 of UTV Bounty. We are going to take a quick commercial break before we come back with the Bouncer Racing action, so you guys don't go anywhere.
This broadcast of the National Rock Racing Association is brought to you by Raceline Wheels, Mickey Thompson, Amsoil, and SCS Gearboxes.
Whatever you drive, however you drive, AMSOIL specially engineers lubricants to maximize power, performance, and protection in your vehicle. Our Shop by Vehicle tool takes the guesswork out of picking the right oil and filter for your vehicle. Then choose the best product and packaging option for you and get everything you need to complete the job shipped right to your door for the protection you demand and the performance you deserve. Shop by Vehicle at amsoil.com.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the 5th race of the National Rock Racing Association this weekend, presented by Raceline Wheels here at Good Evening Ranch in West Virginia. We are so excited to be kicking off our unlimited rock bouncing class. Bree, how are we sitting for the season?
Yeah, before we get started here on Course 1, Matt, let's go ahead and take a look at the points coming into this weekend. I've got the top 10 in front of me. Tim Cameron is in the lead right now. We're about halfway through the season. He's got 402 points. Wow. That's a 39-point lead over Nick Reich, who's in second currently. Wade Good, third in points. Cooper Bentley, fourth. Lil Tim Bacon in fifth. Dan Bowman, 6th, Bubba Bacon in 7th, Ethan Jones in 8th, Kenneth Cozy 9th, and Blake Harity is rounding out our top 10 coming into this weekend. And, man, 6th through 10th place, Matt, it gets down to like 1 point different, 4 point different, 8 points, 6 points. It's going to be an interesting rest of the season to see how these guys are going to tighten up. We've only got 14 points between Nick and Wade, and I'm looking forward to seeing how things shake out.
Yeah, again, that top 5 we talked about being just an absolute dogfight all season, but that top 10, it's still going to be you have to push very hard and have good luck to stay in that top 10. Again, we talked about that beginning of the season, how tight the racing is going to be, how competitive the rigs are, how advanced they've gotten, and everybody wants to be on that podium at the end of the season. So, and especially that top spot. Timmy right now has that big gap. I think you're going to see some guys really push on, but now that we are at that halfway point through the season, you also want to start looking at playing it smart. If you are in that top 3, top 5, being a little bit more cautious, don't make silly mistakes, and really try to hang on. Again, that top 10 is still extremely, extremely competitive.
Well, and especially knowing how things went last year here at the Good Evening Ranch. We're in Camas, West Virginia this weekend with only one bouncer finishing our second course. The Yukon Do-It Hill was tough last year. Now, it's changed a little bit coming into this year, so they've done a little bit of work on it. So I'm just very curious and excited to watch how the action shakes out today and see how this top 5, top 10 is going to get shaken up.
Yeah, I think the first course, I don't think we're going to see any huge surprises. Again, we might have some guys breaking because they're pushing so hard. Course 2, I think we're definitely going to see some crazy, interesting things and see how that shakes out. Here's course 1, the layout. We got those long, sweeping Mickey Thompson meadows we were talking about. We don't really get to see, as you pointed out yesterday, we don't really get to see a lot of straight runs where we get to kind of pour on the speed, which is a lot of fun, kind of let your hair blow in the wind, and then you go right back into rocks. So it's anybody's game, but I think course 1's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to see some quick times. I think the bouncers are going to kind of get out there, get comfortable, and then really kind of come up with a game plan for course 2.
And I do like that we have a little bit of everything here with the course here. We've got the rock gardens. We've got these the meadow, the open. Might even get out of second gear. Doesn't happen too often in rock bouncing. And then, of course, we've got the hills. Got some hill killing to throw in there, too. So it is a good mix of elements here at the Good Evening Ranch.
It really is. And, again, those hills we were talking about, you're going up and down. So, I mean, I think it is a really great all-around race course. I like that. I think that's what a lot of fun is. You're definitely going to – that rocks definitely bring us back to kind of old-school rock bouncing. That rough and tumble, those big rocks. Again, we talked about, they're anywhere from washing machine size to kind of school bus size rocks. Hitting them, you're bouncing around. We're definitely living up to the title Rock Bouncer this weekend.
Yep.
But I do like that it is more of an all-accompanying course and really has a lot of fun with it. I think most guys also enjoy that as well.
Well, I hope they're going to have some fun with it. We're ready to head to the line and see who's going to be kicking off course 1 for the Mickey Thompson Bouncer class.
All right, we got Ben Driscoll sitting in that race line starting gate.
Okay, so Ben drew number 13.
Oh, wow.
And so what we do here in the series, if you're new to the series and our rules here, whoever draws number 13, they've got the option of either staying in that 13th spot or going first or going last. So Ben decided to go ahead and go first. Maybe he wanted to make sure the hills didn't get dug out. I don't know what the thought process is. There's definitely advantages sometimes to going first or going last or just staying in that 13th spot.
Okay, he clipped the edge of that tree as he was exiting that course, but luckily it's kind of spun him around, but he was able to keep it on all fours. And I think that's right. I think he was worried about not so much course 1, but right. I think he was a little bit worried about course 2 kind of getting dug out. I think I'd almost went last, but...
Oh, wait, he
there
landed
we go.
Stuck the landing.
Back on his tires. Awesome. Well, Ben's gonna have an exciting
Ben is
run.
all over the place out here right now. He is getting rowdy coming around that Comp Cam's corner.
I was trying to look at the back axle. It looked like his rear steer was kind of hanging open a little bit there. On the way as he was coming out of that corner.
We have definitely seen some wild rides from Ben over the last season or so.
Yeah, it looks like his rear steer is having some issues.
I think maybe where he tagged that tree. Causing him some problems.
And again,
it was a hard hit.
You know he's absolutely feeling that in the buggy right now.
A little bit of dog trotting never hurt anybody, Matt. Oh, another tree. Well, if he can get himself squared up for this hill.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's much squaring up going on in the Misfit right now.
Come on. Ugh. They're saying on the radio they think his cylinder, his steering ram is bent on the rear, which is causing that back tire to kick out a little bit. There we go. Again, coming down this, you want to be really careful right here.
Yeah, dropping down these Edelbrock edges. Yeah. We saw Alston Tidwell get a little sideways on there. I don't know if that's going to be as much trouble for the bouncers, but there are definitely some surprises on this course.
And you don't want to be the surprise highlight reel. So we're trying to keep going straight again. You notice how he kind of trekked to the left, backed up, did a little quick three-point turnaround. And again, that might have been because that was his game plan. Also might have been because of that rear steering issue as well. That's a 174.898 for Mr. Ben Driscoll starting us off here.
Way to hang with it, Ben. That was a little bit of a rough ride.
Yeah, you can see it looks like, again, on the driver's side there, it looked like something had kind of knuckle had bent down maybe. Hey, we've seen we've seen Ben drive with the rear steer only before. He actually ratchet strapped at Pretty Place.
At Pretty Place last year.
Ratchet strapped the front and drove with rear steer only. I think that's probably got to be the first time we've ever seen that in a bouncer at Pretty Place. Adapt and overcome.
That's right. Do what you got to do. Looks like we've got Tim Bacon on the line next. And Too Rowdy.
Here we go. Little Tim was down here doing a little pre-running last night. Did some in his bouncer. They also took the side-by-side out and went and ran through some of the course.
Tim sitting 5th in points coming into the weekend. That is not a bad spot to be halfway through the season, to be in the top 5. He's got only a 6-point lead on Dan Bowman right now, though, who's in 6th place behind him.
He's ripping. Oh, I think he put it back. Dang it. Oh, stink.
Oh, man.
Dang it.
It looked like he was going to be able to stick the landing for a minute, but he's on his side now. We've got recovery headed towards him.
Dang it. You saw him try to...
I couldn't even tell quite where that went wrong, Matt.
Yeah, when he landed, the kind of front end kind of bobbled. He was already starting to turn, and the passenger side kind of kicked up.
That's the same exact spot as Ben rolled over. We haven't seen any of the UTVs have trouble there, though, so that's interesting.
And it looked like he was right as he almost tipped over. He cut it back to the driver's side.
He almost saved it.
To try to save it, and I think it was just that momentum carried it over. Man, that stinks. We'll have to get Keith out there. All right. Keith, our recovery expert, will get pulled up there, get him flipped back over, and man.
We've got the thumbs up. He's good. We're just going to get him a little bit of recovery assistance. Okay, guys, while they work on this recovery, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back to send our next driver off the line.
There's only one tire brand that can call itself legendary. Rebirthed from the depths of Baja and representing decades of racing heritage, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. This dominating tire is purpose-built for thrill seekers everywhere. The new Baja Legend MTZ. It's time to get what you really want in a tire. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound for enhanced wet performance. PowerPly 3-ply construction for sidewall protection and responsive handling. Improved 4-pitch side biters for bold looks and off-road grip. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. Gear up and roll with the American mud terrain legend, the Baja Legend MTZ.
Oh my goodness, he neutral dropped it. That's about a 5,000 RPM neutral drop.
Yeah.
The trail doesn't take it easy, so why should your Jeep? Supercharge your Jeep for improved capability, power, while keeping your warranty and trust in your vehicle intact. Born for the trail. Now evolved to be the best. Edelbrock Superchargers. Add the power your Jeep's been missing.
All right, folks, we are back and ready to send our next contestant off the line. Looks like we've got Ethan Jones in the race line starting gate.
And Ethan has been doing a great job of being competitive this season.
Yeah.
Definitely getting a lot more comfortable in that buggy.
He's coming in 8th in points right now, just 8 points behind Bubba Bacon, only 1 point ahead of Kenneth Cosine. So
wow.
That 5th through 10th place in our points lineup right now is not a whole lot of wiggle room. And he is around the comp cam's corner with no problems.
Went straight through the drop-off there. Again, we've seen some guys go right. We've seen some guys go straight. I don't really see a big advantage. I don't really see a big advantage either way.
That tree has taken some abuse.
Yeah, you can see a bunch of the bark there missing off the tree. You can definitely tell that it's been hit a few times. Drop it in. Again, you can see it's kind of kicking everybody a little bit to that far left side. They've kind of backing up and then turning right. But like you said earlier, sometimes you pick the line, other times the line picks you.
Well, was it 2 years ago here, Matt? We saw Timmy almost rolled over. He had a lucky save from a tree at the bottom, or a rock or something, if I remember right. 118.324 for Ethan Jones.
Ethan pulling up with a flat tire. Yeah, we got Jay Stork sitting on the race line starting gate. And Jay's had some interesting times, too.
We talked about making some memories at this park over the year. Jay's made a few, but I don't think they're good ones.
not necessarily good ones. He got high-centered on a rock and revved his motor, trying to rev it up to get it off of the rock, and unfortunately blew his motor. But
yeah, was that year before? Was that the first year we were here?
I think second.
2 years ago?
I think second. Again, it looks like he's going down through the sideaway there. Kind of tucked up. Ooh, caught a rock as he was leaving as well. Woo, getting squirrely with it. Yeah, definitely kind of taking it straight. I'm sure a handful of guys, after they watched Little Tim roll, are going to be a little more cautious there.
Yeah, nobody's cutting it too close to the right so far after watching Ben and Tim Bacon.
Man, hear that motor roar.
Old Fortitude was built by Jake Pike last year for Jay. Hopefully he can make some good memories in it here at West Virginia. Good Evening Ranch.
Ooh. Wow.
Coming down those Edelbrock edges at the top. This is no joke. It doesn't look
Yeah.
like that much on your screen, guys, but
Yeah. Edges, Edelbrock edges are a very loose term there. That's a 116.876 from Mr. Jay Storks.
and that is your current leader here
Oh.
for course 1 of the bouncer class.
Look at
We got Jay
Jay.
with a 116, Ethan with a 118, and Ben with a 174. We got a lot of drivers still to go here, though, for course 1. If you're just joining us, welcome to Hillside Live. We completed course 1 for our UTV Bounty class already. We got a lot of drivers to go here for our unlimited bouncer class. Then we'll be on to the limited. And we've got our UTV teen and youth still to come. Lots of racing here today at the Good Evening Ranch.
All right, we got Cooper Bentley sitting on that race line starting gate. We're at his camp.
Cooper coming into the weekend 4th in points overall for the season right now with a 40-point lead over 5th place.
We were in his camp last night, tuning on his buggy, getting it all dialed in. Feel like he's pretty happy with it right now.
Cooper also took home the win in our UTV Cup class yesterday. So he's already got 1 trophy added to the collection for this weekend.
He's not mad at it, you know. Taking home hardware is
That's
a
a good
great
start.
time. Just bouncing through there.
If we're going to call them rock bouncers, Matt, we got to put them in the rocks once in a while.
He is definitely helping it live up to its name.
Yeah, it's this kind of racing that got that where that name originated to begin with. It's been years now. It was kind of a tongue-in-cheek term when we first started calling them rock bouncers, but hey, if the shoe fits, or if the tire fits, I guess.
Yeah, if the tire fits. Ooh! Man.
Man, that's a steep drop and a rough ride to the bottom.
Getting it turned back, pointing the right direction. Again, Cooper was our featured driver Friday yesterday.
That's
so
right.
shout out to him and his dad.
113.299. They're getting a little faster each time, Matt. So Cooper's your new leader with that 113, followed by Jay with a 116 and Ethan with a 118. I think they're just going to keep getting faster, Matt. What do you think is going to be our fastest time on course 1?
Cooper just ran a 113. I'm going to say 107.
Ooh, I was going to say 108, so.
Oh. You know, and I feel like that's like flip of a coin. You know, like, you know, at that time, you're literally splitting hairs. I know Nick was down here doing a lot of pre-run last night. He was doing some shock tuning Y, so, you know, it's anybody's game.
I know one thing. We're going to have fun watching it all happen. Up next, we've got Daniel Heckley. Daniel finished second yesterday in the UTV stock class, so he's got a little bit of race seat time under his belt already for the weekend. I don't know if he was expecting that tree to show up right in front of him, though. It's funny how they do that sometimes.
He mad the gas. I think he just launched up there. Again, this buggy is just incredible.
This is the TC built Hell-Bent buggy. Been around. How many years has this thing been around now? I can't keep up with all
years, probably.
Probably. We need like trading cards.
Yeah, we really do. For the buggy themselves. Looks like he's going to take that opt-out right line there. A little bit more rear steer.
He is coming in hot to the second rock guard.
He is. Man. Launching up there. Oh.
Oh. He is just
straight
crashing
through the finish
through
line.
this, of course.
Jeez. All right.
That's a 113.083, just barely edging out Cooper's time. Cooper had a 113.2. Daniel just laid down that 113.0. Wow, and then we've got Jay Storch rounding out top three right now with a 116. Looks like we've got Bubba Bacon on the line.
Bubba, part of that big block club. These guys have monster motors. I think Bubba's 638 cubic inches.
Bacon and big blocks, Matt. I don't think you can go wrong with either one.
Just whipping around that corner. Again, you notice that I think Little Tim cut a little bit too far to that inside, kind of pitched him a little bit to the left. I think ever since then you've seen the guys going a little bit more to the outside there.
All right, he's got the first half of the course complete, coming into the second rock garden. Hopping right up the Mickey Thompson Mountain. See how he handles the Edelbrock edge drop off here. But I think that was the smoothest one we've seen yet, Matt.
Yeah. That's a 107.810 for Bubba Bacon. And with that, I'm going to hop out.
Done.
My good man Clay Case's going to hop in. We'll see you guys shortly.
All right, Matt, have fun. Good luck. Drive fast. Like Matt said, I've got Clay Cason joining me up in the booth now. Been a little while since we had Clay guest commentating with us. Come on, Clay.
What's going on, everybody?
Thanks
How
for
are y'all?
hanging out up here with us.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of the action so far?
Looks pretty good. It looks a whole lot better than it did last year so far going on.
So far. We haven't gotten to the Yukon Do It Hill yet, but
I know it.
it's still better than last
But
year.
I think our numbers up this one already is
Yeah.
way better than last year, which is good. A lot
Yeah.
less time on recovery, which I know these drivers like it because even though we got a break, they don't like working on them unless we have
Yeah.
to. So
Well, I'm going to have to revise my guess at the fastest time because Bubba already beat that. So what are your thoughts? What do you think is going to be the fastest time?
What's the fastest
on this?
time
So
right
right now
now?
it's 107. Bubba just put down the fastest time. And then we got Daniel Heckley with a 113.0 and Cooper with a 113.2.
I'm going to say 100 flat.
Okay.
Maybe a 103. But I'm going to say you're going to have some guys like come out and just blister it.
We've got Chris Grigg on the line now. Chris coming out of North Carolina to race with us. Got that wide open design buggy.
That little buggy rip. Pretty crazy is these two lines right here that everybody's been taking. I've been noticing, which we had the option to come down yesterday, but the up
Over that big boulder.
yeah, the boulder, and then going to the left.
Yep. Yeah, Matt and I noticed it. It didn't seem like there was a big advantage to doing
I
one or
don't
the
really-
other. Just
I
kind of
wish I
driver
could-
preference, I guess.
I wish I could pull out my GPS and it'd tell me which way would be faster at this point, because I don't really know myself.
We'll see what Chris does here. This is a 2023 build out of a wide open design. Fun fact, located about 10 minutes down the road from me in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Oh, Adam Woodley's been doing it for a long
Yep.
time.
And we have seen Chris do some
gets
pretty big
wild.
stunts
He'll get pretty
in
wild
this
with
buggy.
it.
Man, what was he driving when he first came out to race with us? Like
Was it not a Jeep or
Yeah.
something? I think so. I think I remember seeing it at Windrock, and
Uh-huh.
he'd get pretty wild with
He
it.
did.
One of the non-rear steer ones too that we have. We don't see many of those.
Oh!
See, pretty wild. Told you it's coming.
Typical Chris Grigg fashion. Putting on a little show for everybody.
That downhill is pretty gnarly.
It is. And you can
It's
tell
like
it's
a-
way rougher in person than it is on camera. That's a 118.358 for Chris Grigg. We do have an AMSOIL action shot. Let's throw that up and check out a little replay.
Man, he had her on the rim. That's pretty good.
Oh, that was a good save. We were talking about like 2 years ago when Timmy came down that
Oh, yeah.
and almost rolled too, but got saved by, I think it was a tree.
Oh, no, he was upside down when he drove it upside down to get it back up, I'm pretty sure.
was.
It was pretty wild.
All right, so we're about 2/3 of the way through course 1 for the Mickey Thompson Unlimited Bouncer class. Fastest time right now is Bubba Bacon with a 1:07, followed by Daniel Heckley and Cooper Bentley.
Dang, Daniel and Cooper are that tight. I did not realize that.
113.0 and 113.2.
Jeez Louise, on this long of a course is crazy.
We also have Chris with a 118.35 and Ethan with a 118.32. How do they do this, Clay? How do they do this?
I don't know how they do it.
This is not a short course either.
No, like, I mean, we're in the hundreds. We're at a minute and a half, almost. No, we're over a minute and a half.
It's crazy. Yeah, we're well over a minute and a half, and
Yeah.
they're. Yeah, I didn't realize Chris and Ethan were that close until I just looked at it again.
That's crazy.
We got Dan Bowman on the line now. See what he can do with Menace.
Probably lay down a heater.
It's still a little strange not seeing Brandon and Menace.
I don't know it. Hate for Brandon and his back. Sure am missing him this weekend.
Yeah, you guys probably noticed Brandon Davis not here this weekend. He's recovering from a back injury. Whoa, airing it out.
Where'd he go?
Where did he go?
He's in a flag.
Into the flags. He's on all four, though.
No, he's going. He went a little big.
He got a little more than he bargained for out of that RCV rock ramp. But Brandon's recovering from a back injury from Hot Springs, so y'all be praying for him. Hope to see him back out here again very soon. I think Cheryl Davis also needs some prayers, too. She said
Probably.
she's having a hard time keeping Brandon
still
so he can recover.
Other than that little mishap back there in the corner, Bowman is laying it down.
It's been fun to see the progression for Dan, a lot of our drivers really, but over the last season or two, watching them go from brand new in the series to seeing what they're
Dan's one of
able
those
to do.
Has came a long way and is top competitor.
Yeah, Dan's sitting 6th in points right now overall for the season, which is not a... Oh, no, I'm having some flashbacks to Jay Storts.
Oh, no. I think he's going to get... What did he do?
What is happening? That was interesting.
That was like a little skateboard trick there.
I'm sure Dan was wondering what was happening, too.
I was so confused.
That was a trick right there.
That was pretty wild.
$119.731 for Dan Bowman.
So I guess he did not get the flag penalty. I don't guess it knocked it over. I guess he just grazed it.
I think I don't think it didn't get knocked over.
Well, good.
It was a brush pass.
So he had a 119 with that acrobatic move and the little mishap back there at the corner. And I see green headlights in the starting gate.
Oh. Y'all know what that means. Tim Cameron is on the line. Before we send Timmy, we got a quick AMSOIL action shot to share with you guys. That was such a fun move that Dan pulled on that boulder. We gotta check it out one more time.
I don't know how he did it. It just started
There's like
rotating.
1 square foot of space touching this rock right now.
There's Dan was probably sitting there. I can see him in the driver's seat like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, that was a special trick, Art. All right, we've been guessing what the fastest time is going to be. Timmy Cameron is making his way into the rock garden.
So he went left. Okay. That
Timmy coming first in points right now with a 39-point lead at this point in the season. Time to beat on course 1 currently is a 107 from Bubba Bacon.
he just
Nice and smooth.
oh yeah, just floats it.
You think Timmy dreams about driving Rock Bouncer? Is he like race car driving in his dreams?
He's something. He is like the smoothest driver. Something's wrong.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh. Plot twist.
The throttle pedal or something is messed up or something has came off. Yeah.
Oh, this was not expected, Clay.
This is kind of crazy. I have never seen this happen before. Well, actually, we have seen this happen at Hawk Pride 2 years ago in Hunter Shot. Something like this happened right before Hill 2.
Yeah. Coming out of that creek bed,
Yeah.
ravine.
Mm-hmm. And then last year, 2 years ago.
So he's lost his front steering. He's going to have to finish up the course with rear steer.
I don't know if he's lost.
That's what we're hearing.
He's lost something, but
He's probably losing his mind right now. In this
he's probably going
buggy,
nuts.
for sure.
But it just didn't sound like it was.
He's obviously struggling to get this buggy going the direction he
if
wants.
he gets up this with just rear steer and down that hill with just rear steer, I'll be pretty impressed, not going to lie.
I mean, it's Timmy.
Yeah. Because, see, this is not your normal hydro setup in the front because it's IFS. So it has a whole lot more load on the front than like your normal because it's like rack style kind of. Oh. This is.
I think everybody's just kind of watching with bated breath right now,
Yeah, everybody's
waiting
just
to
like-
see what happens.
Like, what's going on? I'm just
wow,
really curious.
this is
what's
going to
broke.
shake things up, Clay.
Majorly. Oh, man.
Man, this is definitely not what we're used to seeing. He's got 50 seconds left on the clock.
Uh-oh.
But the window net's coming down.
Oh, no.
He's got about 6 people looking at this rig right now.
I see little brother. I see big tall Martin. I guess they're
Oh, we're getting recovery called in. Wow. Well, that just goes to show you that anything can happen in racing. even when you're as good as Timmy is. This is a rare sight. I've only seen this, I can count on one hand the amount of times I've seen Timmy not finish a course and needs recovery.
And also, like, when it comes to racing, most of it is probably, yes, the driver's got to do his part, but I feel like 90% of it is won in the shop.
Yeah, there's only so much you can control mechanical-wise.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
things can go wrong.
he's one that puts the time in the shop for sure.
Oh, for sure.
And it's just,
Well, that 39-point lead that Timmy
okay,
had.
I see a belt shredded in Clayton's hand.
Sometimes it is the simple stuff.
Well, the steering is belt in the front. I just wonder. I don't know.
We'll see if we can catch up with Timmy. Have him
Because I'm majorly curious
chat
myself.
with us. Yeah.
Like, big time curious.
Folks need to know.
Yeah.
If you're watching on Hillside Live right now, we are about 2/3 of the way through course 1 of the Mickey Thompson Unlimited Bouncer class. We're watching a rare sight of Tim Cameron getting recovery assistance off the course right now. And this doesn't happen very often, so you guys are going to sit here and watch it along with us. We still have a handful of drivers left for course 1. We've got Dustin Medley, Matt Holt, Nick Reich, and Justin Pierpoint.
Nick's going to be one to come out. I got a feeling, and especially since he was sitting second now, I feel like he's going to do his best to try to capitalize.
Yep. And Nick being the only one to make it up course 2 last year. That's maybe a little bit of a confidence booster too.
Yep.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and just get Timmy backed up off course.
Looks like Jared's over there. We might be able to figure out kind of what happened.
Jared is our producer, and he's the one that brings you guys all the driver interviews.
Yep.
When we're able to put them in the show. He's great at capturing all the behind the scenes and what's going on in the pits and everything, getting all that footage and content. Broke a tensioner on the belt.
How do you even check for those?
That's what we heard is going on with Timmy right now. Thinks he's got the part to fix it for course 2. I don't know. How do you
check a tensioner? I mean, how do you check that kind of stuff? Just like with a radius rod yesterday, that's what put me out. And how do you check for a radius rod being just a little bit fatigued?
You got to go ask it. How you feeling today? You going to hang with me?
Mine clearly didn't. It's crazy.
Yeah, you had a little bit of a rough run yesterday.
Yeah, it's odd, though.
Well, Bubba's probably feeling pretty good about where he's sitting right now with that 107 for course 1. Still our fastest time.
I still think we can get closer to that 100. I still feel like it's going to get there.
Well, we haven't seen Matt Holt go yet, Clay.
Oh, yeah, he's going to
so
99.
Just hold your horses.
Yes, he's going to hit the 99 mark. We got it.
I just wrote DNF next to Timmy's name. That doesn't happen very often, guys. It's going to shake things up. And we've got Dustin Medley on the line now. He is ready to rock and roll. See what old Gold Rush can do out here. One of the highest horsepower, maybe the highest, I'm not sure.
Maybe. Especially maybe the highest horsepower all motor.
Of the bouncers that are out here in the series.
Getting a little squirrely back there, as Matt would say.
I don't know. You think the rest of our lineup's going to push a little bit harder? Maybe feel like the doors open
I think
a little crack?
I think you'll see a few guys probably definitely try to. I don't know. Getting on through there pretty good.
Yeah, nice and smooth so far.
Oh, yeah.
This is a good run for Dustin.
Mm-hmm. Real good. Real smooth.
Let's check his time. Ooh. 99.863. That is your new leader right now on course 1. Dustin Medley, nicely done.
Told you he was going to break the hundreds.
That was just nice and smooth.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing crazy. All right, that means...
Is it Nick?
Well, it was gonna. It on the list. It's Matt, but Matt's buggy's not moving over there. So somebody else is coming down the hallway over here, the alleyway.
Kind of sounds like Nick.
I was gonna say it must be Nick. All right, let's take a quick look at our top 5 right now. It's Dustin Medley in the lead with that 99, followed by Bubba Bacon with a 107, Daniel Heckley with a 113.0, Cooper Bentley with a 113.2, and then Jay Storts with a 116, rounding out top 5. We still got a few drivers left to go here on course 1.
Is it Mr. Nick? It is Mr. Nick.
All right, no pressure, Nick. Nice and smooth.
You can say no pressure,
Easy does it. All right, time to beat is that 99.8. Nick sitting second in points coming into the weekend. 14 points over third place.
He just went through there like butter.
Butter.
The whole way.
Like some hot butter.
Like just silk. Like I was impressed.
Oh, Nick! Oh, wow. That was crazy.
That was crazy, but somebody needs to stop him because he went between the flags and he is not on course. Somebody needs to stop him and because he went between the flags. He DNFs
right.
if he goes for the finish line.
We need
so
somebody to stop him and tell him, and he's going to have to go.
somebody better stop him.
He's going to
Somebody
have
needs
to go
stop him.
back to the Comp Cam's corner and re-enter the course where he
Where
went
he's
out
supposed to.
between the flags.
I got a little excited because
Unfortunately, it's going to mean he's not going to have a good time, but it's way better than a DNF. So they're explaining it to him now, making sure he knows
Yep,
what
they got
happened.
he don't have to go through the whole course. He's just got to go re-enter where he went out at, so he can go right through the field and go back. But I guess he's going to run the rock section again.
I don't think that he realized he could just go straight down there.
Yeah, but at least he knows.
Well, at this time, the time is shot, so
Yep.
he just needs to
Just go
finish the course.
Correct.
Yeah, that was a good catch, Clay.
I hate to see somebody get it that way. That's just hard.
All right.
So now we're good.
Man, West Virginia throwing us for all kinds of tricks this weekend.
West Virginia's always a wild.
It is.
You see some of the craziest things when you come here.
Man, I hope we have a replay of that wheelie that he rode out, though. We're gonna have to try and find that after Nick's run, because that was wild.
That was impressive that he did end up saving that, because she was on the door bar.
It was sketchy. All right, it's not the time that he wanted, but it's not a DNF either.
Yep.
So with a 177.602 for Nick Wright.
Goodness, he would have been on a heater, though, if that wouldn't have happened.
Man, I hate that for him. But he avoided two DNF
Yes, he
possibilities
avoided- yes, he
in his
avoided
run.
the
So
DNF, which is great. Sounds like we might have an Amsoil action replay for that.
all right, guys, let's check out this Amsoil action shot. We need a little replay.
Been a little big. How he missed the flag.
I don't know how he
How he-
saved that.
How he missed the flag,
Yeah,
too,
and
though.
there's no way he even saw it because he was looking at the ground.
Yeah, he was just like, oh, let's just not hit the ground.
Oh, that was some driving, Nick. All right, we got Matt Holt leaving the line next. In the hyperactive buggy. Runs on Mountain Dew and low-octane gas.
And snacky snacks.
We're talking about the kind of fuel that Matt uses last night. Clyde said he puts 93 in everything. Matt's like, you do? Man, I put 87 in the bouncer. Mountain Dew is a fuel additive.
We
in
love
Matt's
Matt.
world, though.
We just love Matt. He got a little nervous after
Matt
seeing
was like,
Nick.
I don't want to do a Nick, dude.
Yeah, he was like, I just got a little nervous.
Come on, Matt. Making his way through the rock garden.
That stuff's rough through there.
It is rough. I know. It's hard if you've never been in a vehicle, and especially if you've never even been to a race in person. You're used to just watching it, on a screen. It's hard to really understand the perspective of being in the driver's seat and how much a course like this will just throw you around. Our drivers do wear Hans devices to protect their necks. We wear full face helmets, fire suits, 5-point harnesses, all the things for safety, but it is still a rough ride for sure.
Yeah, a lot of us even run ratcheting harnesses that ratchet you down, and it's still a thrashing.
Yep. How many years Matt been racing this buggy now? Anybody know?
I have no idea.
5? 6?
5 or 6.
Matt is like the biggest fan of this sport, though. From being a driver to being up here, commentating on the show, supporting the other racers.
Uh-oh, looks like we're going to...
Matt is all in. I love his commitment, and I love the energy that he brings.
Oh, heck yeah.
Look at him go.
You can hear
and
the
crowd goes
wild.
Matt using some of that hyperactive energy on the hill right now.
He used all of his Mountain Dew.
All the Mountain Dew. Somebody get that man a case. He's going to need to be replenished.
Heck yeah, let's see what Matt's time is. Proud of him.
Nicely done, Matt. Attaboy. That's a 194.144. And Clay, Matt just beat Tim Cameron.
Oh, man.
We got to give him props. Good job, Matt. We got to give Matt his moment.
Right. He finished, so.
All right, looks like we got Justin Pierpoint on the line. He is going to wrap up course 1 for the Unlimited Bouncer class. But we still have a lot of racing to go today, guys. If you're joining us online, we'll have our limited bouncers next. We got our UTV teen and youth classes. We'll take a little bit of a break, and then we're going to run it back for course 2 for everybody. So lots of racing still to come here at the Good Evening Ranch. And we've already had plenty of excitement today.
Oh, yeah, lots of excitement.
Now, this thing, I can't tell what class to put this buggy in.
It's a toss-up.
It looks very nimble, which is good for this rock garden and woods course. All right, he's round the comp cam's corner, making his way to the SCS Stones.
So what kind of rules do you know that have to qualify for it to be in the bouncer class? I don't really know them, like the tire size and like that on hand. Because I mean, I feel like a lot of people at home are like, that looks like a UTV running the bouncer class, you know?
.39 or bigger.
So
Tire size.
and everything.
And the rest is run what you brought.
Okay. Maybe.
Clay,
Maybe
you
not.
got some 39-inch tires
I
at
mean,
home.
You never know.
Oh, he stalled out at the top. All right. He's got a really smooth run going.
Oh, that's such a weird drop. And through the finish line.
That's a 117.354 for Justin Pierpoint, and that wraps up course 1 for the Unlimited Bouncer class. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have those results from course 1 and our limited bouncers. All right, guys, let's take a look at those results from course 1. We've got top 10 to share with you. Dustin Medley had the fastest time with that 99, followed by Bubba Bacon with a 107, Daniel Heckley with a 113.0, Cooper Bentley with a 113.2, and Jay Storts with a 116 in 5th place.
Then it looks like you have Justin Pierpoint rounding out in 6th with a 117.3, followed by Chris Griggs with a 118.3, and Ethan Jones with a 118.6, and Mr. Dan Bowman rounding out 9th with a 119.7, and Ben Driscoll rounding out the top 10 and with a 174.8.
And that was some pretty exciting racing, guys. Clay, thanks for joining me up here. I'm going to have Matt come back up in the booth
thank
now.
Y'all for having me up here.
Welcome back, Matt.
What is up?
I have something exciting to tell you.
Uh-oh. All right.
Matt, you beat Tim Cameron on course 1.
I did. After I was sitting there, we saw all kinds of weird things happen to our top 5 today.
We sure did.
So after that, I was sitting there, and I was like, just finish. Just get a finish.
And you did. Nicely done.
Yes, I was just literally trying to get a finish out of it at this point. I was like, Nick was actually supposed to go right behind me, but he pulled up, and I was like, I'll let him go. It's fine. He's literally battling for the podium. And then he messed up, and then I was like, oh, man. Oh, no.
We are working on getting our limited class drivers lined up right now, guys, and then we'll go into course 1 for them.
Oh, hey, look at that buggy.
Wait, what's going on?
So my good buddy Justin Wheels was like, hey, Justin Holback, we have lots of Justins in this story. Justin Holback, his wife just had a baby. Congratulations. Right. Shout out to those guys. Justin was there. He really didn't do, he was more encouragement, but they had a baby. So Justin Wills and his daughter Gatlin were coming here, and Gatlin is going to be racing the teen class for Clara.
Right.
And Justin's like, hey, why don't I race your bouncer in the limited class? I was like, go ahead. He's like, all right, let's do it.
And this isn't the first time that Justin has raced your bouncer.
Correct.
Either.
Correct. Yeah.
Where was it last time?
Wildcat. Yeah.
So Matt, are you having an out of buggy experience right now?
It's very weird. It's very
Watching
weird.
Somebody else in your rig.
It's very weird. Well, I don't know if he's going to sit on the hill. He said, so can I send it? I was like, listen, you make your own decisions, okay? So I have no idea what he's wanting to do.
Well, first time we've seen Justin Wills out here in a bouncer in a hot minute. So
It has
fun
been.
to have the Wills family back out here.
Gatlin is racing. She'll be in our teen class. First time back in 5 years. she
5
said.
years. Has it been that long?
I was like, wow.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize it been that
She's
long.
grown about a foot since the last time she was out here racing with us. She's 15, about to turn 16, so she's about to be driving. So that was a conversation we were having. I'm getting lots of footage for the highlight reel, okay? They can't tell who's in there.
It's the
Yeah.
hyperactive buggies highlight
Yes.
reel.
It really is. Like it's the trading card for the
the
hyperactive
driver
buggies.
is, that's a minor detail.
Yeah. No, Justin's a good buddy of mine. He races, used to race a rock bouncer. He got a Pro 4 truck now. He'll be doing some racing at Crandon later this month. And also later for the fall Crandon race. If you guys have never been to the fall Crandon race, it's always awesome to go to. He has actually 4 Pro 4 trucks, but yeah, he's got a.
Well, if one's good,
Yeah.
4's better.
He
right?
has like a loaner program, so you can rent them, and again, lots of cool racing. Again, if those guys never been to Crandon for their fall race or their
Yeah, I'd like to go sometime.
their big weekend, holiday weekend, it's really
I've
incredible.
heard it is quite the event.
It is a spectacle for sure.
So far, so good for Justin. So remember, our limited class does run the exact same course as the unlimited
Yes.
bouncers. There's just a few restrictions to the class in order to make it the limited class. No rear steer, and then either 2 of the 3, no power adders, single shot per corner, and what's the other one, Matt? Help me out.
OEM block, OEM engine
Yes,
block.
so 2 of those 3 and no rear steer.
Right there, it's getting really rutted out. Earlier we saw guys kind of just shooting right up it, and they were kind of hanging a little bit more to that right side. I did have to back up, and again, you always kind of like, do I shift, do I not shift, do I lock it in first, do I click to second? I backed all the way up about as far as they'd let me, and then I just held it wide open, and it stayed pretty well. Right about halfway up, they're right about there.
Oh, so
It
close.
doesn't want to behave very well. So again, that's where you can see the guys that have really high horsepower. We talk about those Bubba Bacon and Little Tim Bacon with those big block engines. You can see a lot of those guys with big high horsepower buggy. The reclaimed buggy. Again, Gold
Yeah,
Rush
Gold
reclaimed. A big motor. He had the fastest time was when he ran. Is it still?
Yeah, Dustin.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
Again, shout out to Justin Wills coming out there and having some fun again. And I appreciate him not breaking it, so I can still race it later today. No, it's fun.
Let it live to race another day.
They came out. His wife's here, Gatlin. She brought one of her friends. So they're going to have some fun racing later. They were out pre-running last night,
Nice.
so very, very cool to see. My dad's over there giving Justin a thumbs up.
All right, we've got Eric Beck on the line next. Eric is second in points in the limited class coming into this weekend.
Eric doesn't live too far from here. This is his hometown park.
Nice.
We were talking about what his game plan is. I said, because you wield like all of this like the back of your hand. So I said, what's kind of like your game plan?
That
He said-
helps.
He said, yeah, the rock section I'm not really worried about. He said, I've come out here, have a quick time, have some fun.
Well, he's got a very comfortable 80-point lead
Wow.
over third place right now. So the battle for this season right now is between Eric and Chris Clements
Yeah.
for the limited class. Nice and smooth around that comp cam's corner.
Yeah, they're right there. You can't really see behind that tree. There's 2 rocks that pinch in really close. So you got to check up a little bit there, just because it's such a narrow and the risk versus reward of trying to push speed through there is not. It will not
It's
go
not
well.
there, huh?
I had planned on going up that front lip, and right as I kind of came up to it, I was like, you know what? Timmy went to that little bypass. I'm going to try the bypass. I thought it might be a little bit smoother.
Around that boulder.
Yeah. Kind of instead of doing the drop.
The big one.
Yeah.
You know that boulder.
Yeah.
out of the hundreds that are out
That
here.
one. between that one. This section here, there's not a lot of big rocks, but, man, it is still thrashes you around in the cab.
This is like a quantity versus quality thing here.
I like that. It's a quality versus quantity thing. Eric in the Banshee buggy. This buggy absolutely screams. It definitely
Like a
lives
Banshee.
up. It definitely lives up to that Banshee name. It's getting really kind of rutted out there. There's not a lot of grip. Ooh. You can see that front end start to get a little light up there.
Let's just throw that in reverse real quick.
Come on, get up there. Oh, so close. He's so close. Yeah, you can see how high that front end's getting right now. And you can't really get a good run at it because about 3/4 the way up, there's like a little hump. You kind of dip back down and then check up. So what you want to do is, me and Jay were talking this morning, kind of carry momentum in, not too fast, just some momentum, and then once that front end kind of dips down, then hammer down and let it rip right through. It looks like he's going to try to back down a little farther and get a better run at it. I love that we have about right behind him, you can't see it, but there's about 20 drivers and 10 guys in yellow vests, all being encouraging for whoever's down there.
Come on, Eric.
There we go.
There it is.
No. That is so sketchy right there.
I know.
It's
I wish
sketchy.
we had a little bit different perspective on
Yeah.
camera just to try and show
Yeah.
what it really is like.
And the longer wheelbase you have, the smoother transition, but it's still sketchy.
All right, he's through the finish line. With a 270.739 for Eric Beck. Means we've got Chris Clements on the line now. And I think he'll wrap up course 1 for our limited bouncer class.
Chris with that Tink Racing. He's been racing this buggy for a few years.
We have a quick drone recovery mission before we send Chris. Chris sitting first in points coming into the weekend with a 58-point lead. He had a little bit of a wild ride at Hot Springs.
Yeah.
But you know what? Roll over down the big hill.
I saw him at Walmart last night, and I was talking to him about it. I said, because he's on our Dang It reel.
Yeah.
I said, you hit the bottom perfectly. You flew through the air. It was picture perfect. Beautiful landing. It flew through the air. Amazing. Perfect balance of the buggy. And he goes, it landed, and it kind of just bit in the rear end, and that's when it started to kind of tap. I said, everything up until that point was literally flawless. I said, just a few things that happened after that were not, you know. He was, Taylor said he was on the uphill going downhill, which is never what you want to be doing there when you need to be going uphill section. And you're going
things got
downhill.
a little bit turned around, but
yeah,
it happens.
But the footage is just absolutely incredible. Again,
he made the Dang It reel.
He did.
For better or worse.
Like I said, it looked flawless flying through the air. Had nice balance. It landed great. And he just unfortunately kind of hooked up a little too much to the rear and rolled down, but. Chris is a great guy. I've been racing him quite a while. He has a big enclosed trailer he'll bring a lot of times, and this time he just brought a small open trailer because he said we're driving. It's like 12-hour drive for those guys. So he's like, when you have a 12-hour drive, it's you save so much money by going with a small kind of lightweight trailer versus a big honking thing.
I think the majority of the drivers had a long drive.
Yeah. I'd say Nick's got to be
long commute
Nick,
for this one.
It was about 12 for us. Nick has to be like 14, 16 probably.
That's rough.
All right. While we get our drone recovered and get our course clear, we're going to take a real quick commercial break, but we've got tons of racing action coming right after this.
Jeeps are crafted, designed, and built for off-road. But what if you give them more power, torque, capability? Edelbrock's newest supercharger system for JL, JT, and JK Jeeps gives you the edge you've been looking for. The trail doesn't take it easy, so why should your Jeep? Supercharge your Jeep for improved capability, power, while keeping your warranty and trust in your vehicle intact. Born for the trail. Now evolved to be the best. Edelbrock Superchargers. Add the power your Jeep's been missing.
All right, welcome back, guys. Just about got the drone back in the air, and we'll be sending Chris out for his run.
Again, shout out to our drone guys. They take an absolute beating, not just this weekend, but they do year-round. Those guys eat dust and rocks and dodge trees, and, I've seen many rocks and big shovelfuls of dirt blast a drone almost out of the sky. But they give us such an amazing view.
Oh, yeah. The show would not be the same without them.
Such an incredible angle. Again, we got Chris Clemens out here, and that Tink Tink Racing. I feel like this is just a really great all-around buggy. I think I've seen after Little Tim rolled over, I think I've seen everybody check up at least a little bit right there. Even Bubba kind of swung up after he went over. He kind of turned to the left just a little bit before he swung that big wide turn. You can see that buggy just thrashing around through that rock section.
All right, got the first half under his belt. We got to give our limited class props, too, because they're running the same course as the unlimited, but obviously with some vehicle restrictions.
Yeah.
And sometimes they've even managed to make it look a little easier and smoother than the unlimited class has on some of our courses.
Yeah, I was thinking of Wildcat. We had a couple of our limited guys just zoom right up after we saw so many of our unlimited guys struggle. Rollovers and breaks at that big ledge. Again, the top of this is getting pretty rotted out, so.
Oh, I think
there
he's
we
got
go.
it.
Ooh. You can see it kind of just pitches you a little bit to the left.
And then that last giant
Oh,
boulder.
no. Oh, my goodness. What a save.
Well done, Chris. Wow.
Wow. What a great card play there by Chris. Backing up, throwing it in reverse, and keeping it on all fours.
Man, I'm glad he had the room there
Me
to
too.
back up like that.
Me too. There we go.
186.513 and a great save from Chris Clemens.
Heck yeah.
That wraps up course 1 for the limited bouncer class. Chris with the fastest time with that 186, followed by Eric Beck with a 270. And then we had Justin Wills,
Yeah.
but he
Stunt
saved the bouncer
Saved
for
the
later.
bouncer.
Yeah. Oh, man, well done to our limited class, especially that save at the end by Chris.
What a way to cap off the bouncing action.
We've had some exciting stuff happening so far today. We're not even halfway
I know.
through our day.
I told Clyde our top 5 is just chaos right now.
It is. It's chaos. It's exciting chaos.
It is. I was like, I just need to finish at this point. After Nick got messed up, we've seen Timmy have a DNF.
Oh, man.
Little Tim had a DNF. I was like, our top 5 is just chaos right now.
Yep.
So fingers crossed, we got to finish out of it. And again, I think it's what a lot of guys, after the course kept getting more weird and weirder things kept happening, everyone's like, we just got to finish this and just get to the next course. So, and again, being that we have a little bit lower driver count this weekend, it is super imperative to get those points on the board to kind of help bump yourself up. So, very, very exciting racing. Like I said, we still have teen and our youth go for course 1 for those guys.
Yep.
So, but that will wrap up our bouncer unlimited and limited class. So, very, very good time. I know we have a bunch of guys over there right now thrashing on buggies to get them done.
There's a lot of work going on in the pits
and again,
currently.
Timmy DNF, and that's not something you see very often. So it's kind of surprising to see that kind of a DNF. But again, they were saying something in the steering. He was having some issues, but
tensioner.
A tensioner went bad. Okay,
yeah.
I'm sure.
Apparently,
Yes. It was. I was pulling around right as he was going up, but he didn't.
Talking about Nick and his save.
Yes, and it was again our top 5. Like I said, little Tim having a rollover. Tim Cameron having a DNF. It was kind of interesting so far, and I'm really excited to see how today's going to just shake out.
Very interesting so far. We are just about ready to go ahead into our UTV teen class.
All right, clock is hot. And again, this is a stunt driver this weekend as well.
We've got Gatlin Wheels filling in for Clara Hoback right now. Clara is at home helping take care of her new baby brother, Cohen Hoback, with her mom, Haley. Gatlin, what'd you say? It's been 5 years?
Yeah, she said 5 years
already
since she's back racing.
since she's raced with us. Gatlin raced in our youth class back in the day.
Which is crazy.
I think she also jumped into, maybe the VIN class?
Yeah, she did race that one time here, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And they had Justin had a Jeep Wrangler, a TJ Jeep Wrangler, that he did Ultra 4 racing with for a little while. I think they called it Tinkerbell. I think it was the name of that one. He did 4,600 class with that, and she raced it raced it through that rocky gauntlet over there. Justin co-drove with her and gave her some pointers.
Yeah, glad to have the Wills family back out here with us.
Yeah.
I'm sure Clara's glad to have someone getting those points for her as well. Clara is 4th in points for this season so far, coming into this weekend. And it's Clara's first season doing the teen class. She's raced the youth class for several seasons, won that championship, and even though she has not aged out of the youth class yet, I think Clara is 10. They can race up to 12 in the youth class. She decided she was ready for the challenge of going ahead and moving up to the teen/amateur class, we're calling it. So,
which again is such a massive jump to go from a 170 cc to 1,000 cc. That is just a massive jump. It's like going from a bicycle to like a drag car, and the fact that she did it 2 years early.
Yeah,
it's just so awesome.
Yeah, she's been doing a great job this season.
You can see that big drop off there.
Make sure she wasn't going to endo.
Yeah. That drop-off's about as long as that side-by-side.
That was a big one in the UTVs. Can't tell who she has riding with her in there.
Yeah. I know I have a handful of teens that are down there all about doing some stunt driving.
I think it's Cooper.
That would 100%
Looking at that blue fire suit.
That blue with a shade of green in there. Again, you can see that tree, that poor little tree missing on the bark. We've had
that tree's had a rough weekend.
A handful of side-by-side drivers and a handful of bouncer drivers hit that.
Nicely done.
There we go. That's a 182.446 for Gatlin Wills.
And not only has she not raced with us in a while, she had to go first out here
I
today.
know.
So good job, Gatlin.
Yeah.
Way to get those points for Clara. Caden Schaefer on the line next.
All right, we got Caden Schaefer. Clock is hot. Looks like Caden got a little bit hung up there. Got to work his way through a rock and a hard place, as Bree would say.
There's a lot of those out here, Matt. We're wondering if he might have gotten off course a little bit.
Yeah, they can be on either side, but they're not going to fit right there, I don't think. The tree kickers, they're not going around the other way, probably.
This is Caden's second year racing. His dad, Derek Schaefer, also done plenty of racing with us. He's been racing since 2021. Fun having Caden join in with us in the teen class this season. He also races dirt bikes when he's not in the side-by-side.
We have a handful of our youth teen amateur, some of our stock class guys that are all on pit bikes that you see a sea of them congregating together like a little rat pack driving around. While we're watching Caden here, we got Nick Reich hopping up in the booth with us. What's up, Nick?
Hey, how you guys doing?
We're doing great. We're having an awesome time watching all this exciting action. Things have been a little crazy today.
It's definitely a wild track. It's definitely wild.
Yeah.
We have a few things to discuss while you're up here. First being, while we watch Caden make his run here, man, just tell us a little bit about your first run. What was going through your head? That was the longest, two-wheel ride out. I don't know how you saved that.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome. Tell us about what you were thinking.
I come in the corner, I landed, I did everything that I wanted to do, and it just came up. And when you're in race mode,
kept going.
you're pretty used to it coming up, so you just don't turn it down right away. You're trying to keep as much speed and keep it maybe at the balance point.
Yep.
But I had to keep retrying to set it down. And I was going so fast. I had it in second gear, and it was going so fast. I never even seen the flags. And when I come back, I was pretty excited because I'm like, man, I really still got a good run going.
Yeah.
And I come back and everybody's waving and saying, you got to go back. And I'm like, I don't even know where I went. I don't even know what court. I have no idea what I did wrong.
I saw that flag because you were looking at the ground.
I did not see the flag. I did not see the flag.
It was blocked by the belly of your buggy. Caden is making his way through that Mickey Thompson meadow now. Fought his way through the rock garden. Good job, Caden.
What a lot of people can't see is right when you cross that rock, there's a bunch of large boulders. So it's a lot more technical. If you go real slow, it can just flip you right over.
Yeah.
And if you go too fast, you actually land downhill tilted off camber.
Yeah, and we saw a couple of the bouncer drivers did roll over
Yeah.
right there, Ben and Tim. So I know you didn't get the time you wanted, of course, but you were able to avoid 2 possible DNF,
Oh, yeah.
DNFs during your run, both by saving your rollover and then, of course, we wouldn't have had to DNF you for getting out of the banner. So you were able to go back and correct that, too. So
Sure.
we're just glad you didn't end up with a DNF, Nick. That was an awesome
Oh,
save.
I know. I had a great time. I really did. I mean, it's not first place every time. It's just having fun, and it was a lot of fun to try and go that fast.
And again, that top 5 we and Bree were joking about has been just shaken up and totally dismayed today. That top 5, all kinds of different things happened. Again, Timmy ended up with a DNF, so that's not something I think we hardly ever see. So our top 5, Tim Cameron had DNF, Tim Bacon rolled over. So again, that top 5 is kind of just all like a snow globe right now.
Yeah,
It's
that's
getting shaken
hard.
up.
That's really hard.
Also, why we got you up in the booth, we were talking about Crandon earlier.
Oh,
we
yeah.
thought, you're an expert on that. We thought we'd call you up here. And again, we're going to be doing some racing and talking about that a little bit.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people probably don't even know that we're going to be sending up some rock bouncer representatives. Oh!
Wow, he just tagged that rock. Oh, he pointed.
Oh, yeah, you're broke, buddy.
Yeah, he pointed thumbs down. I
you
love
are
that.
not wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was broke back there, and he thought he was
We
turning
think that
away
he
from
lost
it.
his steering.
Yeah.
I like that he immediately took 2 thumbs and pointed straight down. 2 thumbs down. I feel you, buddy.
Oh, we hate to see that for you, Cade. Man, especially after you worked so hard to get through that rock garden section.
Man, you hate to see that.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
Well, before we have you share with us about Crandon, Nick, we got the replay of your save that we want to show you. So let's watch that real quick. Let Taylor cue up our Amsoil.
I was
action
pretty
shot.
sideways. I know that.
Yes, you were.
And again, like you said, you kind of come off here off camber. See it launching through the air, landing smooth. Just kind of bicycling right there.
You were very sideways.
So if you look at my rear, yeah. I did not want to hit the rear steer because I knew that would put me farther away.
Yeah.
And I had no choice at one point. It was going to go over if I didn't.
Yeah.
That was some fancy driving.
Very fancy driving again. Shout out to Keith, our recovery expert, for getting everybody pulled off. But you're being from Wisconsin. You've been to Crandon a couple times. A few back when you guys did recovery back in the day.
Sure.
Again, they're known for that, the Pro 4 series, Pro 2, Pro Lights. Just an absolute short course monster. But on the backside of that short course, we're going to be doing some racing. And just kind of give everybody a little what Crandon is and what you enjoy about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been going to Crandon my whole life. It's one of Wisconsin's largest off-road races, and I believe it's only maybe second to King of Hammers for off-roading. So it's a massive event. Like the fall event draws 70,000 people.
It's crazy.
Spring event is anywhere from 20 to 40,000. I mean, it's a big deal. Short course, we're talking full stands. Every big manufacturer, every big one is there. For family outfit, the whole ordeal. So they're asking us to all come down there and put a race on, and we're going to go down there and show them what we got. And they're giving us a pretty amazing setup. We're going to run Battle of the Bouncers, and we're going to run through the rock section. So that's where all the Ultra 4, where anybody that knows Ultra 4 that's been to Crandon before, they come there and they position themselves in the back. There's a nice hillside.
Yeah.
So that's right where we're going to run our races, and it's going to be entertaining.
Amphitheater back there, kind of.
Yeah, exactly like that. Yep.
Yeah, it's really nice. And then right behind that is usually where a lot of the Ultra 4 guys park at. So
yes, sir.
We got this nice big gravel area where we can park and kind of hang out. What are you looking forward to most for the bouncers coming to Crandon?
What am I? I want the most amazing show ever. I want to make it so everybody leaves there and that's all they're thinking about.
Yeah.
They're like, I got to see more of that.
Yeah.
So it's televised. I mean, it's a really big deal on TV and for motorsports in general, anything off road. So it's a big opportunity for all of us.
Yeah.
Well, I know that our guys will represent well, and I can't wait to hear how it all goes.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be very exciting.
Well, speaking of racing,
who we got on the line
we've got several of our team drivers left to go. We've got Sadie Ellison on the line now. They were able to get Caden recovered. We've got Sadie Ellison, Josie, Jace, and Ramsey still to go for our course 1 of the teen class.
All right, guys, I'm going to step out. I'm going to go help Lily get ready.
All right.
Thanks for joining us, Nick.
Thank you.
Again, Lily Reich racing later today in our youth class. They make the long haul from Wisconsin, so I'm sure he'll be pretty pumped to be doing Crandon, being that's a kind of a hometown race for those guys. All right, Sadie Ellison out of that race line starting gate. Getting that iconic orange for the Ellison Racing crew.
Sadie is 3rd in points overall for the season coming into this weekend. Just 3 points behind Josie Northington. Josie in 2nd, Ramsey in 1st. Some really tight racing from our teen class so far. This is probably one of our tougher courses, too, I would say, this season so far for the teen class.
Well, again, I think one of the tougher courses for this, side-by-sides in general, this amount of rocks going through.
Yeah, we don't have the rock garden. Trying to think through our other parks. This is probably the biggest one.
Yeah, oh yeah. I say
as far as the rock garden goes.
Rush Springs Ranch has a small one. Russ likes to put in there.
Little pile, a rock pile.
He likes to put those in there right in the beginning, kind of slow us down. Everybody's wanting to chomp at the bit to get out of the starting gate, and like a speed bump for us, if you will. I know we have some other parks where we have some rocks we have to go, but I think this is by far our biggest section of rocks we have to go through. And we got to do it twice. Got to do it going down and coming back.
Yeah.
And then another one right behind the production trailer they got to go through, which we saw an absolute calamity of wreckage yesterday with wheels missing on the front, wheels missing in the back. It was basically an axle delete kit yesterday, if you guys, those like a Bluetooth wheel and tire combo.
Yeah, those were rough.
It was.
The parts were just flying off left and right.
They were. And luckily, Sadie was able to keep it together.
Sadie doing an awesome job.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, this buggy does double duty also with her big brother Cohen.
Oh, yeah.
Driving it in the stock class.
Yeah, he was out racing pretty hard yesterday with us. Okay, she has a nice, smooth run going here. Again, good momentum, not making any crazy mistakes. Again, through some of those rocks, it's just
156.445 for Sadie Ellison. Nice run.
Yeah, great job.
Well, we should have Josie Northington coming up to the line, but it sounds like she might be having a little trouble with the buggy. Down in that, the rock alleyway.
The rock alleyway. Where guys are out down there rocking out. All of our spectators. Got some food vendors down there. And it honestly is like, it is the most perfect spectator area. It's nice, it's big, they have great viewing angle, and it's covered full of nice shady trees, a little bit of a breeze.
It is a great spot here.
It's like the most perfect spectator area ever.
So Josie is backed up in the in the rock kind of tunnel, hallway, alleyway, whatever you want to call it, that leads up to the starting gate. Having a little trouble, possibly dead battery. So we've got Jace Northington instead backing into the starting gate. We're going to go ahead and let him make his run.
Got Justin up there backing her in.
These two have their sibling rivalry.
Oh, yeah.
Race team. Jace is 5th in points coming into the weekend.
And I feel like during pre-running, they're down there having a good time. They're laughing. But once it comes race time, I think they get pretty serious about it.
Jace has a little making up to do if he's going to catch up to Josie, because Josie's 2nd in points right now for the weekend. Jace had he had a little bit of bad luck and a couple bad runs this season. So, yeah, he's got his work cut out for him if he wants to catch up to Josie.
Get that big sweeping turnout there. Again, that's a lot bigger than we're used to. Normally they may have a hard cut. Flying through there, man. Carrying good momentum. Picking good lines. Against that poor tree. That's a 106.286 for Jace Northington.
Ooh, that's our fastest time right now for the teen class.
Okay, we're hearing on the radio that Josie's is not going to be able to start, it sounds like.
Well, I see it right here, and it's got the driver's seat removed.
Oh, okay.
They're probably trying to get to the battery.
Okay.
So she's going to jump in something else. And we're going to go ahead and have Ramsey Trainer come up to the line.
And again, under our rules, whatever buggy you start the day with, you have to continue racing. So, again, the guys like Tim Cameron down there that had some issues, they're scrambling.
You can't just go for the backup.
Yeah, you can't. Unfortunately, you can't. Although I have a few guys that I think would gladly just go to the backup, you know. Like, they'd bring two, just in case, you know. So, whatever vehicle you start the day racing, you have to complete the day racing with, so...
Well, we've got Ramsey Trainer on the line now. Ramsey is leading in points coming into this weekend with a 44-point lead. Also worth noting, Ramsey is our youngest driver in the teen class.
Wow.
He's not even a teen.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned with Clara earlier, he had raced in our youth class for several seasons, did an awesome job. And even though he did not age out of the youth class yet, decided he was ready for the challenge of moving up to the teen class in the full-size stock buggy.
Which, again, is super awesome. It also shows how much courage these teen drivers have that decide to bump up early. I mean,
Definitely.
That is just incredible to see someone go, hey, you know what? I want to go race harder competition with a bigger buggy and just try to push myself and make it that much faster. So just absolutely incredible to see. Oh!
Woo!
Again.
Easy does it.
Yeah.
Well, they do call him Rowdy Boy.
Yes, that Rowdy Boy Racing team is living up to his name today. Again, he has some great socials. I'm sure we'll see that highlight on his footage later. Again, his dad, Robert Trainer, was racing with us yesterday. I think Robert was coming into the weekend, was third for the season.
Speaking of Ramsey's socials, you guys can follow him on Facebook on Rowdy Boy Racing, and he's on TikTok too as Rowdy Boy. If you guys want to learn more about his race program, he'd also like to give a shout out to his family, Big Dog Side-by-Side Parts and Fabrication, Connell Outdoor Solutions, and Austin McCreary and Hazel.
And Hazel.
Hazel, little sister Hazel, for supporting his race program.
His family's always out here showing lots of love, helping him. I know him and his dad are doing little practice runs. I'll still they'll sell on some of their Robert's Snapchat. He'll be sending me pictures of them.
That's a 114.538 for Ramsey Trainer. And we still have Josie Northington to make her run. She can get, I don't know if she was going to take Jace's buggy, get a loaner.
Yeah. We're okay with loaners. We like having friends around here. Again, if we've seen several guys hop in other guys' vehicles. Daniel Heckley's. All right, here we go. Yeah, we have Josie Northington running in Daniel Heckley's Can-Am. We'll see how it goes.
She does have the nickname of Flipper, I believe, so that was real nice of you, Daniel.
I think I undercut that big rock there.
She's about to go all the way wide open.
Yeah, and that Can-Am can absolutely rip it through there. It's crazy to see how big and wide that turn is, yet we've seen like half of our drivers tilt the buggy, put it on two wheels. I know back when we used to have a real tight turn, we'd see a lot of guys, kind of put it up and bicycle a little bit.
That corner had definitely been a little sketchy this weekend.
It has been.
All right, Josie, if you want to beat Jace, you got to beat his 106.2. That is the fastest time on course 1 right now for the teen class.
She is flying through there now. There we go. Last big straightaway here. Again, nice, smooth handling there.
$128.229.
All right, great
Josie
time.
Northington. The Can-Am still in one piece.
Yes. Again, you can see a handful of
good
our
run.
drivers there right behind the production trailer. Again, great overview of that bottom section that the races have all been going down and around, that little teardrop they've been hooking around all weekend.
That does conclude our course 1 for the teen class. We'll do a quick rundown for you guys. Jace Northington had the fastest time with a 106, followed by Ramsey Trainer with a 114, Josie Northington with a 128, Sadie Ellison with that 156, and Gatlin Wheels filling in for Clara Hoback with a 182.
Yeah, awesome. Great day of racing, so fun. And we literally have just wrapped up course 1. We have an entire course 2 to go, which I think you're really going to see some spiciness with later right behind us. Again, that big rock ledge at the top We've seen some guys have Nick. Nick was our only driver who completed that last year.
Last
So
year, yeah, that was crazy.
I really think it could be we've already seen such a crazy shaken up snow globe type of morning. I really don't know what the afternoon holds at this point.
We will all find out together. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. We are going to take our quick break before we come back with our youth class. Taylor, what time are we coming back with the youth class? The folks at home need to know.
Yes.
All right, guys, about 12:45 Eastern, so not too long. We'll be coming back with our youth class, let them run both of their courses, and then we'll be going right into course 2 for everybody else and wrap up our day. We'll see you in just a few.
We'll see you guys.